Hey everyone. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking now or not. I think so. Hold on, let me um look at my little chat box. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation and I'm here. I'm happy to answer any questions. Like I said, y'all are celebrating my birthday with me today. So please ask me some questions.
Hey, Taylor. Also, before we start answering questions, again, my name's Todd. Glad to have everybody with us. I want to let you know that if you are requesting pesticide credits from this presentation, don't forget to sign out of this presentation and go to the audience chat box and type in your first name, your last name, and the states from which you're requesting those credits. One question I see, Taylor, is where is your law firm located?
My law firm is located on St. Simon's Island. So it's a wonderful place to have an excuse to come visit, but I have clients all throughout the state. And I frequently drive to the God's country, the hinterlands. And I love coming to Middle Georgia and all over South Georgia. So let me know if I can help you.
Great. And I know as we've started the live Q&A session, if you do have questions, we want to give you guys an opportunity to type those in. It's it takes a little bit more time when you're doing that. So we do have a comment from April. She says, happy birthday and great and excellent presentation today.
Thank you so much.
As we're waiting to see if people do have additional questions, Taylor, in your mind, when you think about planning and what you've discussed, I guess what you just discussed, what do you feel like is one of the things that people should know most about planning or one of the benefits?
I think the benefits are it really is a gift to your family to have your affairs somewhat in order or your wishes known. Like I hear a lot of, kind of comments. People are like, well, I know my kids will do the right thing, or my wife will do the right thing by my kids from the first marriage, the right thing, do the right thing. But, people have different views of what the right thing is. And it doesn't mean either side is wrong. Some people have a view of like, well, if dad had wanted it that way, he would have done it. And so, we're going to do it this way. And, they just have different views on it. And it doesn't mean one person's right or one person's wrong, but they definitely disagree, particularly when it comes to business ownership and legacy. People who I talked a little bit about farming kids versus non-farming kids. I mean, you can't make things equal really between non-farming and farming kids. Like sometimes the value in keeping the family land together monetarily doesn't make sense as much as selling it to the developer for the, neighborhood right then. The dollars on one side are outweighing the other, but there's a whole lot of other non-monetary concerns there that are important. And so I would just say it really is a gift to your family for you to be clear about what you want. And then it's a gift to yourself too, to just know that you have kind of said your piece and put things in place. So if something happens to you, your family is going to be able to help you. You became incapacitated, you give them those tools, and your family is going to have kind of a sort of clear path, and they're not bickering among each other. Because I'll tell you, people kind of lose their mind a little bit when somebody dies. I tell people it's like you got launched out of a cannon and nobody's exactly sure where you're going to land. You're going to land at some point, but nobody's sure exactly when. Grief it's hard to get people to make sound business decisions when they're in a time of grief. It's so much easier if things have kind of been thought out when you're not in a crisis point.
Absolutely. And thank you for that. We did have a question on, was the session recorded? And if so, can we review it? Yes, The entire session with the presentation and this Q&A section will be available for you to access until April 30th. So yes, you will be able to access it. We have a few more minutes before the other presentations begin. If I know some of you are probably attending some that will be starting at 3:30. If you do have some additional questions for Taylor, we would love to have those.
I don't know if my email address was on the presentation anywhere, but I'm going to give it to y'all. And if you want to reach out to me with questions that you have that maybe you're just not comfortable sharing in the group, or if you want, just some more personal guidance, my email address is PHALEY, so T Haley at Compass, COMPASS, law, LAW, group, GROUP.net. T Haley at compasslawgroup.net.
Are there any other questions that you have? And I'm sure as with all of us, once you've watched the presentation, some of those questions will not arise till after the presentation's done. But the great thing about that is Taylor giving out her information, you will be able to contact her if you have any additional questions. Are there any additional questions that we have for Taylor today?
Well, Todd, I just want to say thank you for serving as the moderator. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and it's been a pleasure getting to be with this group again. Like I said at the beginning, I've come to this conference in person for 5 years, and so it's an honor to get to be a presenter here, and just appreciate the opportunity and hope that I was able to give you some food for thought.
Thank you so much, Taylor. We appreciate, I've learned a lot and got a lot of value out of watching the presentation, and thank you for your time and expertise. To all the attendees that are attending, thank you. We know time is the most valuable asset and commodity that you do have. Remember, don't forget to sign out for pesticide credits in the audience chat box. And also, all the educational presentations and the virtual trade show will be available for you to access through the April 30th, 2020-21. So if you missed a presentation or you want to go back and rewatch this and figure out what questions you need to be asking or you need to search for a service or product, you can do that. So again, thank you so much for being with us today, and hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. And this does conclude the presentation. Thank you so much.